All right. Let's get the show on the road. Mr. Supersonic, how you doing? What you up to? What you got going down? Let's see. We got everything up and ready to get going. Excellent. Okay, cool. Coolio. All right. So I am. I've been kind of slacking on arena today. Um, I've gotten some points, but I'd like to be a little bit further in the summoner trials, and pretty much on pace where I want to be for the basic, but pimping up some more points for the featured. So let's get to it. Do it to it. How is your Saturday coming along? Super. You're up pretty late, aren't you, Mr. Sonic? Mr. Showers, how you doing? What you up to? What you up to? Not too sure how long I'm going to be here, but we'll definitely get the 6 stars all done. Probably run through, well, maybe get a little bit over 3 million in the trials, and just over 7 million for the basic at least, and take it from there. Just chilling. I had some good pulls. Duped Hit Monkey, pulled Domino 5-star. Nice, not bad at all. Hit Monkey 5 or 6. I mean, either way, it's still pretty good pull for sure. I'm starting to. I've wanted Domino for years. Okay, yeah, Domino's. There's like not necessarily hate, but people really undervalue her now. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. But no, I think she's still quite good for sure. I think that the biggest issue with her, though, is just that there's so many other great mutants, and I mean that's the same issue with, anybody in the mutant class. It's hard to say, anybody is so great because there's so many that are good. But yeah, I think Domino's still useful for sure, and she's fun to play, which is really what it comes down to, right? So, so yeah. So yeah. I want a Domino. She and Venompool are my 5s. I want an R5. Oh, okay. I don't know. I mean, I have Domino at rank 5 and rank 3. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, if it's champion you like, then do whatever you want, for sure. But I don't know if she's somebody I would see taking to either rank 3 or 5, really, currently. I have her at rank 3 just because I had an excess of resources, mutant resources at the time. The way my roster is now, I would not rank 3. I would definitely take her to rank 2. But if you don't have many mutants, then yeah, why not? Venompool to rank 5. Okay. I haven't used him much. I tried him a couple times since his buff against Winter Soldier, and that's about it. So I haven't used him enough to really have an opinion as far as he goes. Dude, that's so weird. So I saw Jacob say thanks to you, Supersonic, but I didn't see your comment, Supersonic. But when I look on YouTube, I see it. Huh. So that was happening the other day, I think, as well. Interesting. Although I think sometimes my restream chat thing is just a little bit slow to have things show up, possibly. But let's get out of there. Also, looks like the notification. Oh no, the YouTube notification is fine. No, they're both fine. Okay, cool. I made R2 Domino, but never R3. What's it gonna do? But never R3. Another problem is that I don't find Domino fun to play, so I don't like to waste the resources on a champ I would never use. Yeah, the only champion that I took Quake to rank 5, and I took her to rank 5 for one fight in particular. The idea was I would actually spend the time to learn how to play her, but I haven't. And I think, looking back at it, I would still do the rank 5, even if I knew I was only going to use her for the one fight. But yeah, I agree that if it's a champion you don't like to use, then yeah, you don't want to be ranking them. And but every time Quake comes up in chat, I always say I plan to practice with her, and yet I never do. Oh dear. So what are you guys up to? You doing arenas yourselves or just hanging out? The event quest completion is done. I mean, you could still do it even if that's not running currently, but I need to get some energy refills. I'm pretty low on them. I guess what I need to do is just not be farming revives and just go to farming energy refills and reset the map every time I get a refill. Unless, of course, there's a quick and easy revive to pick up. But, well, yeah, I'm not going to prioritize revives because where I'm going to use them would be for the final bit of Summer of Pain, and I'm going to have 2 weeks to, oh dear, to pick some up for that. So energy refills what I need. Quake with my second R5, and I still don't know how to play her dex style, only parry style, so don't feel bad. Yeah. You know, if I didn't do... Well, no. I was going to say if I didn't do Arena, that would give me a lot of time to practice champions, but I wouldn't. Although, I mean, it would be a good way to farm health pots, just trying different champions. In ROL, anyways. But, no. I can't bring myself to do that. I'll practice a new champion that I'm trying to decide if I want to rank and get familiar with, the basics of playing them, sure, but to practice somebody to just get better, no, I really don't spend much time in ROL for that. It's 2:22 where I'm at, so I'm just waiting for the caffeine I drank to wear out. All right. Yeah, I used to be pretty consistent with drinking tea, and I found that if I used a fresh tea bag in the evening, I couldn't sleep. So what I started doing, I would have a new bag of tea in the morning, and then I would save that, and once I had 2, I would use the 2 of them in the evenings, and it wouldn't be so strong that it would keep me up. So... But I don't really drink tea very consistently anymore. Oh, damn, I already picked the teams. I can drink 3 monsters and go straight to bed. Bam, dog. Oh, Supersonic. Do you know if there's any restriction currently going to Trinidad that you have to be vaccinated? I realize it's not close to where my parents are, but they just announced there that if you're going there, you have to be vaccinated. Which, I mean, I think that's the way most places are going to end up being. Anyway, it wasn't too surprising. It was just a matter of, I think making that official was a little bit earlier than I figured they would do. Because I was kind of considering going to visit them for a week or so, probably in October-ish, but we'll see. We will see. What was the energy drink that was supposed to be really... Oh, Red Bull, right? That was supposed to be like really bad for you or something? Or was it only if you had like a bunch of them? Or bad for kids or something like that? So I remember like there was something where they were available in the vending machines and then they pulled them or something. So I need to be on the ball tomorrow and run all 6 stars and all 5 stars twice, and I think that should be about what I would need to get 5-star Spidey. We'll do this. I think mid-50s should be quite sufficient for me. For a 5-star, anyways. You don't like Red Bull, Jacob? I don't know if I've ever had one, actually. I don't... No, I don't think I've had a whole Red Bull to myself. I may have tasted it, like had a taste from somebody else's, but I've never really had or been into energy drinks. There was an energy type tea that I usually I would have that about an hour before going to the gym, but yeah, I haven't had that. And that was the only time I would have that. I wouldn't have it unless I was going to the gym. But tea in general, yeah, I'd have one in the morning and one in the evening. Drank a pot of coffee and was feeling for a little more and accidentally put a little too much in the pot. Drank that pot too. Just got this 3.5 liters of coffee in the tank. Very good. Oh boy. Yep. I used to drink Coca-Cola a lot. But I don't actually drink pop or soda anymore at all, really. I'll drink like Sprite or 7-Up, but mixed with something. I don't have it straight. But yeah, I was pretty hardcore for drinking Coke, and I just stopped. Like, no reason in particular. I just stopped buying it. And then I think I was at a restaurant and I ordered a Coke, and a little after I felt ill, and I didn't know what it was. And so whatever. Then I think I ended up buying like a can of Coke another time and felt ill again. And then I realized it was the drinking the Coke that was making me feel sick. And since then I just, I haven't had it at all. Basically all I drink now is water or iced tea. I love Bang, Rockstar's Venom Monsters, but Red Bulls taste way too chemically. Okay. I drink at least one energy drink a day, 6 days a week, if not. Okay. So do you feel like more energetic afterward? Like, does it do what it suggests? Mr. Slayman, how you doing? It's been a while since I've seen you. How you doing? A cat raid? Well, he's done his stream pretty early. I was just in there. It looked like he just started. Well, old people, we get tired quick. How you been, Slayman? How you been? As for your... it's funny. Whenever I'm, reading chat, the AI just turtles up. If I'm not reading chat, it will be pretty cooperative. But when I want it to be just, aggressive, so I can read chat, it doesn't do it. Mr. Bourne, how you doing? As for your question, to enter Trinidad, you must have the 2 doses of WHO-approved vaccines to enter, therefore also only WHO-approved mixes. I'm sure you've heard in the news about the Canadian guy trying to enter Trinidad. No, I have not. Cataclysm, how you doing? Thank you for the raid. Cypher, how you doing? Mr. Dan, welcome to the stream. You weren't streaming very long, Kata. I was in there just like 20 minutes ago. Maybe you need your old man nap too. Your bald buddy raid. Well, hey, I mean, maybe you're talking about Cataclysm because I'm not bald. It's by choice, so it doesn't really count. Yeah. So I'm not bald. It's just called having my head shaved. That's what it is. So yeah. His parents told him to sleep. Very good. You were working on EQ, right? I don't like it when EQ lands on a day where I plan to do a lot of arena. I always find that kind of annoying. Although, I mean, I guess every day I'm doing a lot of arena. But like, if event quest completion is on a Sunday or Saturday or Wednesday, it's not so bad. But especially Mondays or Thursdays, I do not like it. Questionable internet connection, and it's like, okay. Yeah, you know, it's interesting. Like, that just seems intermittent for some people. For like connectivity problems. Have you done many of the Karina challenges, Kat? Wait. Oh, okay. So I just have the LOL ones to do now. But I don't think I'm going to do those until, at least, until Summer of Pain is completely done. And I think after that's done, you haven't done any? Okay. Do you think when you do them, do you think you'll stream it? Or just do it off stream? But yeah, I think I'll do, we'll get started on the LOL ones after we get compensation. Well, depending on what the compensation looks like, I suppose. But, because, yeah, it's going to be a while until we have any real substantial content, I think. Because I think the next variant is, like, November, and 7.3 is October, so, yeah, we're going to have a bit of time. I did the, which one? I did the Kamala Khan one a couple weeks ago, and I did it just before Emma was the Summer of Pain fight, and I wish I had waited until after Emma to do it. If I had any clue that Emma was going to cost me as many resources as it did, I would have waited on the Kamala Khan one. And it sucked because getting to the champion was okay, but once I got to the champion, oh dear. It was not okay. Holy crap, this dude does not want to go away. Damn. Of course, because everyone needs a laugh. Most of them aren't too bad, though. So, yeah. I don't know. And it's like after the fact, I was like, oh, I should have streamed this, but anything that takes me any length of time, I do not like to stream at all. Well, other than sitting here for hours on end doing arena. But considering the amount of time I get up to take care of business. So the Canadian guy wanted to go to Trinidad because his mom died here. I think she's from here. And he wasn't granted access to come here because the mixes he took was The Johnson & Johnson and the Pfizer, which isn't who approved. Okay. Yeah, I think that's a problem for Canada. We don't. Yeah. What we've been taking here, or the mix, isn't internationally. It's not. It's not really recognized by a lot of places. So I don't know what we're going to end up doing. Because yeah, I have no idea what we're going to end up doing. Because I don't think it's something that we can negotiate. Like it's health reasoning, right? I'm just excited for the 6-star Nexus and the 25% T5 CC selector from Summer Paid. Yeah, Mr. Music Man, how you doing? How is your Saturday morning coming along? I know it's Johnson & Johnson mixed with another one, just not 100% on the other one. Yeah, okay. You're late with the raid. It's all good, dude. It's all good. I don't enjoy arena streams much. Yeah, I can't blame you, man. I mean, that's mainly what I do. But honestly, I don't think I would watch many arena streams. Or do you mean like an arena stream for yourself? But yeah. But I stream it because this way I have people to talk to, which makes it bearable. But to actually sit and watch somebody do arena, good lord. I'm doing good. I'm doing okay. Doing all right. I had a nap for a bit this afternoon, and well, now I'm all energetic. So here I am. Here I am. Do you stream MCOC, Joe? No watching any streams. I enjoy watching challenging content. Yeah. Yeah. Oh wait, that was Dan that said that. Okay. Well, I mean, hey, if you don't find it entertaining, you don't have to stay. There's no no need to participate in something that you find painful. I don't think actually my first stream, I'm not sure if it might have been my first stream, was the final collector fight for Abyss. I think that was the first thing I ever streamed, which was not a good idea. Because, I mean, the collector is annoying enough as is, and then I wasn't familiar with setting up the stream and stuff, so yeah. My man, I'm currently fighting the Grandmaster. Okay, very good, very good. How's it going so far? And this is your first time, right, Eric? So I think we were talking about it previously, and you were saying like between that and Summer Pain, you should become Thronebreaker. If I remember correctly. Come on. There we go. Cool. Yeah, I do. I'll be streaming MCOC next week again. Saturday night will be the last day of my retro gaming week. Okay. I did upload some MCOC videos today. Cool. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be uploading any videos for a while yet. Probably because I don't think I'm going to open the class Nexus right away from Summer of Pain. I'm going to pick whatever class. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Mutant, but I don't think I'm going to open it to select the champion right away. 2 revive used already, 80%. Not bad. Not bad at all. And it is, yeah, so it is your first time? Yeah, that's pretty good then. Arena is challenging enough. Hope he hit the like before his insult. I love how some people comments bring me out lurking. It's all good. Yeah, but I mean, if you feel one way or another, why, there's no need. I guess, what was the thing? If you had nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all, but meh, whatever. It's all good. But then again, I don't really think that arena streams, I don't think it is so much for watching somebody do the arena. I think it's more just to hang, at least for me, it's more just to hang out. and just, shoot the shit kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think. Well, no, I guess, if you've got people in chat and you want to be asking questions and stuff like that, it's probably a lot better place to be doing it than in a harder content kind of thing. Just because then the streamer, I mean, that's what they're concentrating on, right? The content. Whereas Arena, I think it's much easier to be keeping up with chat and doing the. Oh, damn. That was interesting. So he just started sliding in there. He is so pesky. Yeah. Yeah, he can be a tricky fight for sure. I'm interested to try it out for the Summer of Pain fight. Like having an idea of what to expect. I don't really know if it's going to help because I haven't fought him for a long damn time. So, but at least it won't be brand new. Okay, so let's get into Summoner Trials now. Because tomorrow morning, when my R5s are off cooldown, I'll put up my final million in the basic, and then the rest of the time will just be in the featured, which I'm going to get to about 3.2 million for the Summoner Trials, and then the rest of the stream will be in the featured, just running whatever 5 stars I have left. Did Rhino get a hidden buff? He's very tricky fighting late. I have found him a little bit different, actually. He could always be kind of annoying, but yeah, more so recently. They absolutely change things without any notice, though. I mean, normally it's in the patch notes or whatever, but they absolutely do make changes without any notice of it. How have you been finding the controls since the fix? I honestly see absolutely no difference. Maybe I get away with late intercepting or late parrying a bit more, but other than that, yeah. But again, it wasn't terrible to begin with, so. And the crashing, which is always been the case, or not always, but at least the last year, been pretty well. Hey, there we go. Been pretty consistent. It's still pretty consistent. Okey-dokey. So what are you up to, Billy? What you got going down? Oh, Eric, if you're not fighting right now, did you take anybody for the third phase where he does the reverse control nonsense? Inputs are brutal. Parry I had no issues with, but crashing I'm getting now, which I didn't have. But blocking is gone. Oh, really? Oh, shit. So the fixes made things worse for you. So then I wonder, because I know there was a video that things have gotten worse, and I think there's a forum thread about things getting worse. So I wonder if now we're going to see another delay to War Season and the Summoner Showdown. Oh dear. Oh dear. Because, I think, if they get enough reports of things being worse or bad or whatever, if they delayed things previously because controls were an issue, well, if controls are more of an issue, then it would make sense that they would delay again, right? Mm. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay, we should be okay. Yeah, there you go. Cool. No, I didn't. I'm going to play through it. I have units to spare, and it isn't really... Yeah, okay. And Emma Frost. Yeah, good. Fair enough, yeah. The only thing with his reverse controls is it's not just the special, but for the most part, the timing works, where just as he's about to throw the special is when the controls get reversed. But yeah, if you get through that phase okay, then overall I think the fight is not bad at all. Sandy, how you doing? How is your morning coming along? Yeah, and I think probably like for that fight in particular, really it's the first time that's the worst, just because you're getting used to, you know, a completely different style of fight. But yeah, once you've done it one or two times, it's really not too bad. I say that now. Let's see what happens come Wednesday. When you need to land an intercept, he's so pesky sometimes. Yeah. But it is a very like when you get that fight done, you really have a good sense of achievement for sure. Okay. What are you up to, Sandy? What you got going down? Did I tell you I did R5 eyeball? I don't think so, but you have now. Congratulations. It's not a bad choice at all. Not a bad choice at all. Yeah, I think he's definitely one of the better science champions, and he's overall in the game one of the better options for R5, R3. I think Obama is singling me out. They don't understand me when I'm on forums. So recently I've been tagging them on Twitter, and I said I'm doing this because the thread won't be closed as intended. Yeah, I've said it a couple times. I think they are winding the game down. Not in a sense of turning off servers, but just their resource allocation to the game. Well, they've signaled that their time allocation is decreasing, but I think that their resource allocation is decreasing as well. As in, they just have less developers working on the game. Yeah, and I don't know if that is like what the plan always was, or because they're seeing the decrease in revenue in the game. And I don't think, well, we're not going to have anything substantial for July or for August. We're not going to have anything substantial for September, so we won't see anything until October and November as far as content goes. And then end of November we'll have Cyber Weekend. So yeah, I think August, September, and most of October, they're not going to see any increase really in revenues. So, and also I'm literally dexing his SP1, but sometimes it just doesn't register. So, Yeah, but with his SP1, like, you have to do for different things for different portions of it, right? So sometimes that could just be a matter of, like, you've done one of the actions you need to, and the next action might just be slower or something. I'm doing good. How about you? I'm doing all right. Doing all right. The initial beam. Oh yes, yes. That used to mess me up sometimes too. Because there's one of the nodes where if you leave, no, if you take down, yeah, one of the nodes if you take down, then that whole thing is unblockable, and that screwed me up. Yeah, that should be fun. Okay. Well, you're doing it at a good time though, because I mean now you're going to be familiar with it for the final Summer of Pain encounter. I won't lie, I haven't gotten down to 60% yet. I'm really screwing up. Like I said, it's the first time doing it, dude, so it's a learning experience. Is it 60% for the reverse controls or 40? I know it's close to the halfway marker. Oh, wait. Yeah, the first time I did that fight, I didn't like it as I was doing it, just because it was different and it took a fair bit of resources. But once it was done, I appreciated the fight. But while I was doing it, no, I was cursing. But I think one of the things I noticed when I did it, I was having problems in the first phase, and it was just I couldn't see what the prompts were, and then I just needed to reposition my fingers, and then it was fine. But it took me a little bit of time to realize what was going on. Like I-bomb things, 1 SP2 and SP1 spam, acid burn, all attacks are unblockable. Yeah. Yeah, he brings quite a bit to the table. And then if you've got suicides on, you're healing up from those poisons on you, so that's nice as well. I'd say he's got to be the most sought after science champion currently. Torch maybe for certain situations he'd be more valuable, but I-bomb, yeah, he's definitely one of the top science champions. Got Pig 5-star and 5-star flying ability accuracy guy. Okay. It's down to 50%. Making headway. We're getting there. Getting there. Yeah, I haven't really. I don't think I've taken Falcon in for anything in particular, actually. Mainly just because situations where I would use him, I have other options that work better with Suicide. So, yeah, so I haven't really used Falcon at all. I think he's R3. If I were to get him as a 6-star, I don't think I would take him to rank 2. Probably if I didn't run Suicides, I could see doing something more with him. But I have Torch R2 6-star. Yeah, I think that's where I would have him if I had him as a 6-star as well. Stealth suit hits like a buff when he's wounded. Yeah, and if you've got him awakened and you have him high, like the higher the sig, the more damage he'll do. But I mean, yeah, Stealth Suit definitely has the potential for some really high damage. But I think the big thing when he first came out was his slow, because it was a different activation of a slow as opposed to what most other characters were at the time. Uh, Archangel, I got a gem. Should I give it or anybody need it? I have Domino awakened. 2. Does any mutant need it except Namor? Uh, Omega Red would be, yeah. You don't need Omega Red awakened, but that's where you're going to see all of his potential is with him awakened for damage and then the ability to be unblockable. Professor X, it's going to allow him to gain his charges passively, like just on his own, up to I think 75 or 70 or 75. I think Colossus needs it. I don't play Colossus, so I'm not too sure. The thing with Archangel though is once you have him awakened, you're good to go. You don't need high sig for him. If you have high sig, it will make things a little bit easier, but it's not a requirement. But Namor and Omega Red, you need high sig for both of those two. Namor is a very niche champion, but where you would use him, he's very good. Omega Red could kinda... No. Omega Red might be the closest. No. Because Namor will redirect the damage back at the opponent. Omega Red will just prevent taking that type of Thorns damage. But yeah, no, Archangel will definitely be a good candidate for Awakening. It's not going to make any difference for his damage, but it's his Awakening that allows him to do the ability accuracy reduction. So if that's something you want him for, then yeah, you want him. Mr. Toy Shadow, how you doing? How was your Saturday coming along? I got 6-star Corvus. What to do? I rank 3 Corvus, Wasp, Cable, no Apocalypse. So which one of them do you want to rank 3? Well, depends where you are, I guess. Corvus, if you're doing a lot in AQ, like if you're at map 6, map 7 for AQ, Corvus is great. Corvus is great for earlier content, but for longer fight, yeah, if you're at a point where most of your fights are longer fights, then Corvus loses some of his value. If the fights are relatively short, then he's much more valuable. I wouldn't rank 3 Wasp. If you've got it at rank 2, or that's your consideration, I think that's fine. And Apocalypse, he's a great champion regardless of synergies. Yeah, he's a great champion regardless of synergies. The only thing Cable does, it allows him to make other champions horsemen quicker. But if you start off using Apocalypse on a path and your first fight is a mutant, then once that first fight is done, you're going to have the 4 charges and be able to make somebody a horseman anyways. But I think Apocalypse just on his own is a great candidate for R3. So yeah, it really depends what you're focusing on. If you're focusing on Act 5, earlier Act 6, AQ War, monthly EQ, if those are the things you're spending a lot of your time in, Corvus is great. If you're looking later on Act 6, Act 7, then Corvus loses some of his value. 100% Act 6 and Act 7. Yeah, so then, well, I mean, Corvus would be not necessarily the best option for those anyways. For variants, he doesn't really shine anywhere in any of the variants. Apocalypse could be good for the extra large variant. I don't know. I haven't tried him. And he could also be good for the villain variant. Corvus wouldn't be applicable in the villain variant because he's not tagged as a villain. But, so Corvus, Cable, I meant Cable was an option. I don't have... Oh, you don't have Apocalypse. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't be ranking Cable without Apocalypse. Because Cable is is what he's always been without. So, yeah, Cable, definitely take him out of there. So, yeah, I guess Corvus. And, I mean, there's no need that you don't have to rank 3 somebody. But of those options, I think Corvus would probably be your best bet. But if you're not doing War or AQ at all, he's good. He's good for incursions. He's good for monthly EQ. So you'd still get a fair bit of use out of him. Wasp, you need to be playing with a lot of intercepting with her. Like, you don't want to be getting hit at all. One, she can't take a hit, and then 2, the longer you go without taking, the higher combo, the more damage you'll end up doing on her L3. But that only really matters for long fights. So yeah, if you feel that you have to take one of them to rank 3, then Corvus would probably be your best bet. Which champion do you like? Venom or Venom Pool? I kind of like Venom. For what I would need either of them for, I prefer Venom. All I would be looking for from either of them is just a counter to evade champions, or, well, Spider-Verse champions in particular. And Venom is a much better counter than Venom Pool. Venom Pool can do the same as Venom. The only difference is it's not right at the beginning of the fight. Whereas right at the beginning of the fight, Venom is going to shut down Spider-Verse champions. But yeah, if you're looking for somebody to shut down evaders in general, there are other options. But for me, I would go with Venom. Okay, so we wanted to get to 3.2. Apocalypse is a wonderful option for variant 2. Okay. Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah. I mean, from Summer Pain, I get 2 T5CC. I have Warlock, but about to form a tech already, so do I get Mutant and Cosmic and save the Mutant until I get either Apocalypse or another Mutant to rank 3? You're in Phase 3. Okay, dude. Good luck. Yeah, if you get out of Phase 3 cheaply, then you're good to go. You are all set. Yeah, I don't know how you want to look at what you want to do for the Summer Pain T5CC. Like, whether you want to just, have it so that you have resources on hand, or if you've got classes that you currently have champions that you want to take to R3. So I've got 3 skill champions at R3 and currently 3 mutant champions. I am going to take Omega Red to R3, so I'll end up with 4 mutant champions at R3. I think every other class I would only have 2 at R3, but do keep in mind that you need 2 T5CC to R4 somebody. So depending on how close you are with the generic R4 resources, the T3A and T6B, you might want to keep that in mind too. If you do have somebody from a certain class that you're thinking that you want them to be your first R4, and if you're, let's say you're close to a T3A and a T6B, so like if you're getting closer and closer, that's something you might want to keep in mind too. Also, should I do a 5-star Kingpin grind? Never tried to do a grind like that though. If you want the champion, if you want them. I'm nowhere close. I only have one rank 3. What? But to have a rank 4, it's not about how many rank 3s you have. It's just about the T6B and the T3A. But if you're saying like you don't have many champions as options, then okay, yeah, fair enough. But here's the thing: if that one rank 3 you have is somebody that you would want to rank 4, then you might want to consider um, having at least one T5CC of that class on hand. Yeah, the 5-star grind. I mean, if you're thinking Kingpin, well, then you can wait to see the results from round 1. So that would give you a better idea of what you want to put up in round 2. The only thing is doing the basic grind, I find a lot more monotonous. It's just, yeah, it's very tedious, very slow. Even to put up like 15, 20 million, it's rough. Uh, but for the 5-star, yeah, he's not going to go super high. The highest we've seen so far is like 21, 23 million for Strife, and I don't think that Kingpin will get to those kind of numbers. I might pick Mystic for one of my T5CC. However, I'm going to hold my Summer Pain rewards and stash until final Summer Pain quest comes out in case there's a fragment selector. Yeah, so when the rewards are available and when the final challenge for Summer Pain, they should be basically the same time. So, but yeah, you should be able to hold on to the milestone rewards for at least 6 days before you have to claim them and make any decisions. I'll be right back. Un momento. Back I am. I'm back. Let's continue on this journey. Yeah, Mystic wouldn't be a bad T5CC class at all. If you... The only thing... Well, yeah, I guess the only time it would really matter is if you're going for a class crystal. Wait. Look at that, eh? 56 minutes, two crashes. All right. I think I'm gonna go skill for sure, and I'm starting to think science most likely, so that if I want to take iHulk to rank 3, I've got the resources, or just hold on to it. But yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. We do round 2 grind. I saw BG play Kingpin and he looks fun. Kind of want Falcon. Yeah, I think Falcon definitely has his use. But I think there are champions who will do what he does as far as the ability accuracy reduction and more. Like more damage. But if you don't have one of those, then yeah, he's a great option for somebody if you need ability accuracy reduction. So, and the thing that's nice with him too is you can see when that's active, while the lock on is like the debuff is on the character, so you know when you need to reapply it and stuff. If not for suicides, I would probably be more interested in him, but considering I'm always running suicides, somebody like, well, Kingpin isn't going to have the ability axe reduction, but I mean, he'll drop off debuffs. But Mole Man or something like that would be a little bit more what I'd be looking for, I suppose. Or Archangel Awakened with Apocalypse, because at the very least then he won't need to take the bleed damage at the beginning of the fight. Okay, and let's go through the 5 stars in the featured. Let's get her done. Yeah, Supersonic, I think I'm going to be holding on to the milestone rewards myself. I don't think I'm going to claim them right away. We might have to pick the class. No, we wouldn't have to do that until we claim them. But even if I pick the class, I don't think I will open the crystal right away. Just because I'm not opening any 6 stars for a while yet, so... yeah, I think we looked at this last stream, but... because I'm not close... Yeah, I'm not close on science at all, so that would probably make the most sense. And there's nobody for Cosmic that I've got currently that I'd even consider taking to rank 3. So there's no need for that. There's no techs that I would consider taking to rank 3. That I'd consider taking to rank 3. The only one that would be any kind of possibility would be Gilly, but she's fine at rank 2. So I think I will go skill and science. And I've got... Yeah, because one mutant will go to Omega Red. And Mystic... I think Mystic I might just be holding on to until I can R4 someone. Unless I have a need to R3 Doom or Diablo. I don't see using... Well, so for Mystic, probably, if I ended up with a 3rd Mystic T5CC, then I would R3 Doom or Diablo. But until then, yeah, I don't think I'll do anything with the Mystic ones. Oh, let's finish this off. Is the Nexus from Summer of Pain a 3 choice or 5? 3. Yeah, that was asked on the forums, and Kabam did actually, for once, answer something straight out. Because normally, there's a bunch of either they don't answer, they don't respond, they act as though there was no post, or... Yeah, but no, they specifically did say 3. But, I mean, we don't know whether or not we'll see another one from the final challenge. I mean, that is possible. That we could see another class Nexus or an Awakening Gem or whatever else. So I think the big thing, the class Nexus and the T5CC selectors are great, but I think the big thing from the milestone rewards are the T3A, T6B, and the Sig Stones. But if we see a 6-star Awakening Gem in the final challenge, that will be really interesting. And if we do, I'll probably be pushing pretty hard to ensure I get it. Because if I were to get a class Awakening Gem, that would have a really big impact on what I do with my generic gems. The rewards for the last week were leaked. I don't think those are the actual rewards, though. I don't think they are. It's Yeah, it's they seem weird if they are. Because there's no T3A, no T6B. There's a bunch of T4C. There's a bunch of T4B. It doesn't, because those rewards should be more substantial than the milestone rewards, but those rewards look like they would be less than the milestone rewards. So I don't think that leak was accurate. But I mean, we'll find out on Wednesday. Because if those are the actual rewards, it's really not that enticing. I would still go for completion just to complete it, but I would have no desire to do exploration for the rewards that were supposedly leaked. And anybody that was doing, yeah, I don't know, because like there were videos on the leaked path and opponents. Well, we knew who the opponents were, but like the final boss and stuff like that. There was no mention of the rewards, and then the Trucos graphic, it had like the paths, but it didn't mention the rewards either. So I don't think that the rewards that the graphic of the rewards, I don't think that's what they really are. Let me see if I can find that. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find that quickly, though. No. Yeah, I did have a screenshot of them, but I don't see it. Oh, wait, hang on. Here we go. Let me see if I can take that. Put it there. That. All right. So, let me bring this into there. Okay, that should be, yeah, that's big enough. Okay, cool. So yeah, this is the graphic of what the leaked rewards are. So for completion, it's 5,000 5-star shards, 1 T5B, 4 T2A. I think that's a T4CC selector, and then 15 T4B. Which, okay, I think fine. I'll go in and get that. But the exploration rewards, I don't think they would be worth the effort. 15,000 6-star shards, 2 T5CC selectors, 3 T5B, 10 T2A, and then 4 T4CC selectors. So that really wouldn't entice me for exploration. Unless, well, here's the thing. Maybe that's what it is, but we're able to bring in a team of 5 champions, and you don't have, well, yeah, if you don't have the objectives. So, okay, I could see these being the rewards if the fights overall are much easier than what we've encountered to this point. But if the fights are still as, well, then again, not every fight was difficult. But if the fights are still relatively the same, yeah, I don't see those rewards being it. We will see on Wednesday, though. The truth will be known. Okay, yeah, so we'll let our energy refill. Yeah, I think if those really were the rewards, then the videos and screenshots or whatever that we've seen of what the path is going to look like, I think that would have been part of that information. I definitely like the T4B though. That would come in handy. Is that 6.4? No, that was the so I don't think it's accurate, but it's what the leaked rewards for the final encounter of Summer of Pain are supposed to be. But like, if you consider that for the milestone rewards for Summer of Pain, you've got T3A, T6B, you would think that would also be part of the final encounter rewards. So it's kind of odd that you don't see any of those resources. And also, how you doing, Mr. Tour? How was your Saturday coming along? I figure that for something like this, you need, because it is a first time for an event like this, and you think you need kind of exceptional rewards, and those rewards there are not exceptional. The amounts are great, but the actual materials, it's nothing you can't get anywhere else in the game. So I think for something like this, to entice people to go through with it all, you need something like an Awakening Gem or those high-end resources. I did Cavalier and Abyss, but I can't do 7.2. Please, if you know any tips. What's the problem with 7.2? What in particular are you having problems with? I mean, I know that the nodes, it's like reading a mini novel. But it's kind of made that you want to use the specific classes that are suggested for the most part, because then, you know, the class that you use or whatever the hashtags might be, the benefits are pretty decent to you to match them up. You can do a ton of it with Ghost or Archangel. Archangel, you don't need to have Awakened. It would definitely help for some of the fights, but just the damage with Archangel gets through stuff so quick. But yeah, if you were to give a specific examples, I could take a look, but just to say all of 7.2, no, I wouldn't be able to suggest any tips. So I don't know how many. I should be able to get through quite a few 5 stars actually. And as this parry, it's the parry issue, can't do well time block, but I don't have invade counter. Yeah, so I mean, if it's the parry issue, there's not really going to be any tips. The only thing I could say for that, so depending on the opponent, I usually like to do a later parry, which wasn't really working, wasn't very reliable for me when the control issues first came about. So then I just started parrying earlier than usual. I don't know if that would really resolve anything, but for me, it seemed to work decently. But yeah, like the fix or whatever they released, like they did say it wasn't, intended to do away with the problem. It was just to make things better. But there are a lot of people saying that things have gotten worse for them. Like that it's no longer a parry problem, but connectivity problem or other control issues. So I think I don't know how widespread that is. For me, nothing really has changed. But I think I think they kind of alluded to it in their post about the fix, is that basically the game has gone beyond what they're capable of. And I don't know what they do about that. I don't know if they, just say, hey, there's nothing we can do. You've got to live with it. Or if they say, I mean, they're not going to shut the game down because of it. Or if they say, we've got to bring additional resources on board. I have no idea what their approach will be. They did mention that they're working with their partners, which to me suggests that they don't have the resources in-house to resolve it, and so they're having to use external sources, which that would also I think point to why things could take a long time, right? Like if you were able to resolve it all with in-house, that makes life a lot easier, right? But if you're having to go to external sources, well, you kind of have to wait until they're available and they have the time to deal with you as well. So we'll see. I don't know how seriously they will take the reports of people that have been saying that it's gotten worse. Like, I don't know if they'll take it as seriously as they did with the initial problems that came about. If they do, I would assume then we're going to see another delay to Season 28 and to Summoner Showdown. Maybe no side quest, but again, it's all speculation. I have no idea. After this update, game feel more bad, like lag and FPS dropped it. Yeah, and that's what people are saying. And now I've always had crashing, or not always, the past year, I've had crashing being pretty consistent. And it is just as consistent as it's always been. So for me, I've not seen any change. The one thing that I guess is going to change is we're no longer seeing the weekly AQ compensation. So that is gone, even though the problems aren't necessarily gone. But maybe if they do end up postponing things again, that may end up postponing or delaying the overall compensation that they were suggesting as well. So yeah, I have no idea where they are in addressing this stuff. The one thing though that has been happening, or at least from their posts, would suggest is that they are decreasing the resources allocated to this game, at least the time resources. And I would assume that also means they're taking people off of this game as well, and that's why they don't have the time to allocate to it. Ooh. Let me just take a quick look on the forums and just see if there's been any more info. Oh dear. No, nothing there. Glory, no. Normal maintenance is back on Tuesday to dump their cache files. Might speed it up a bit if they're the ones lagging. Yeah. But I've never found that after they do their scheduled maintenance, I've never found an improvement over what, the state of the game prior to the scheduled maintenance. So I don't really have any hope for the upcoming maintenance. Let's see. Okay, so the hotfix is no fix. Tactics, the lag. Fix did not fix anything for me. Okay, so there's a lot of threads that the hotfix didn't work for people, that the game is crashing. Yeah. Now I know when the fix first went live, there were quite a few posts of people saying the game was working better. So I don't know if they would, okay, hey, people are saying it's working better, good, it's done. Or if they're going to look and say, well, you know what, we've got a bunch of posts of people saying things are worse or it's not working, right? So, yeah, we'll see. I would expect that we should see them address this on Monday. I don't think they would do it over the weekend. Unless they decide to postpone Summoner Showdown again. Then we might see a post about that before Monday. The Summoner Showdown is supposed to go live Monday. Well, here's the thing, though, too. If that does go live Monday, the people that will be starting out competing are, everybody will have access to. But you're also going to have a lot of very good players that are very aware of how the game should work. So if Summoner Showdown does go live and things really are worse or just as bad, they're going to have a ton more reports of it. My mobile running on 144 refresh rate, but Gabe runs 20 frames per second. Dude, this is so bad. Well, I think, unfortunately, the longer things like this go, even, regardless of compensation or not, I think they're just going to lose people playing the game. I'm now getting parry text without the enemy getting stunned. I had it in War this morning and now against Ant-Man and 2-2 Cavalier, blah, blah, blah. I've had that too, actually, where I parry the opponent. It's the text saying parry would come up, but they were not stunned. Okay, working better is because everyone keeps saying parry bug. There's more bugs, not just parry, and it's varied to different devices. But there's the problem with them. Those are, yeah. Yeah, no, they got all kinds of issues. All kinds of issues. Yeah, it's going to look pretty bad if they start the next season of War or Summoner Showdown and then have to postpone or cancel after it started. That is not going to go over well. I don't know if people realize though that with several of the announcements that have come out, like they're not blatantly saying, which fair enough, but they are reducing their work on this game. And I don't know if when it's in a pretty bad state, like control wise, if that's when you want to be reducing your effort on the game. Like one in particular where they specifically said, we don't want to spend the time verifying results for Legends runs. They're cutting back on the amount of champions. I mean, it's just one champion difference, but they're cutting back on the amount of champions per month that are being buffed. I don't know if the side quest, if that was just this month where they're not providing one, or if we're going to see in September no side quest. Then they've made a change to incursions, and I'm not really sure what their post about that meant, because there was a portion in there where I took it to mean that the incursion crystals would only update with new champions once a year, meaning, yeah, so like if you've got your 2 champions a month that are new, 24 champions within the year, only once a year would they be added to the incursion crystals, rather than every time the incursion crystals reset. So we'll see. We will see. Oh, did I just hit 35 million? I think so, right? 35 or 36, because if so, I think that will be that for me for now. I'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, we just hit 35 million. All right. Okie dokie. Well, we have a lot of 5 stars we could still run, but yeah, I'm gonna head to bed and pick this up tomorrow. So yeah, so that's it for me. Thanks for coming and hanging out, and I will catch you guys later. Take care.